Hi, I'm Betsy Watson, and this is a brief summary of my work creating a village in my neighborhood. I'll include progress to date, including our missteps. The village concept for supportive older adults who want to age in place is now a national movement. Villages are developed and led by their members. This report will focus on a small neighborhood that was founded as a retirement community but has no supports in place. The demographics of Taormina skew young old, white, educated, middle class, who are casually informed about trends in aging. The community has a 50-year history of both cooperation and discord. First, I'll talk briefly about this neighborhood and the village network. I'll explain the progress to date and connect to principles of aging services management. The work concludes with recommendations for implementation of a village in Taormina. Ojai is a town of 8,000 residents, 26% of whom are over 62 years old. Local aging services include a small hospital, 2 skilled nursing facilities, and several assisted living communities. Help of Ojai is the primary social service agency in the valley, providing a range of services including senior nutrition, adult day program, and limited transportation. The Taormina neighborhood rallied around an issue last year and was named as Ojai's first historic district. Last December, I received a mass email from a neighborhood leader linking an article on the village concept. Everyone was interested, so I led an information session with the entire neighborhood at Tony and Robin's house. The meeting ended with a unanimous interest in proceeding as an all-volunteer organization. Village to Village Network supports villages with resources and collaboration. Members have access to webinars, startup guides, and an extensive library of documents. I joined as an opportunity member, naming Tony as a secondary member. 3 external influences: working with a motivated available partner, applying the project to my schoolwork, and access to the village network information infused energy to the project. The Taormina Village Project follows the vision of 2 leaders, Tony Records and myself. Tony is experienced in policy and dignity of adults with intellectual disabilities. He's a recent retiree, interested in volunteer services and ready for his encore career. I have clinical experience related to older adults and am motivated to develop affordable programs. My leadership trends towards transformational. I lead by example and by teaching others based on my values of fairness, harmony, and leaving situations better than I found them. My style is collaborative in pursuit of Giordano and Rich's goals of leadership on page 29. Shared commitment and sense of belonging are tools to use in our village of mutual respect. The resulting culture will allow the bloom of mission to flourish. One of my challenges will be to seek out and learn from the devil's advocate for help in anticipating problems. I'll keep an open line of communication with both of them. Our core group is mission and process driven, eager to volunteer and establish systems. Yet, to be an effective aging services organization, our outcomes and impact must be measurable. Our startup has been active in the details covered on the previous slide, while neglecting these important elements. As a result of preparing this report, my recommendation is to clearly define our optimal village. Knowing what our ideal is will inform our policies, evaluations, and eventual partnerships in the wider community. To know where we want to go, we must establish criteria for desired objectives. Use a to-do list that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. We define the village needs by using outcomes as criteria. Survey neighbors to understand present conditions, including measures of subjective and objective isolation. I've scheduled a community-wide meeting to give our progress report and startup budget. I'll use this session to communicate our vision and to assess our likely resources for volunteers and funding. I'll host regular coffee talks to build community and maintain enthusiasm. We'll schedule periodic evaluations based on our agreed upon criteria for feedback. And always consider Plan B in case neighbors don't agree to financial and volunteer support of the village. I will listen to them, avoiding a bias for action or a sad trip to Abilene. I've listed some of my reading materials here. I want to thank you all for listening today. Thank you.